Recovery seems like a big word, especially for mental health warriors like me. But I like to think of it as us spiraling through a deep dark tunnel before emerging as something beautiful. When I was a child, I was high-strung, jittery, and jumpy. It was hard for me to cope with new situations, and I would cry hysterically every time I faced anything unfamiliar. The first big thing happened to me when I was 5. I was told that my younger brother had severe autism spectrum disorder. At that time, I didn't know what that meant, and no one could explain it to me. All I remember was feeling an overwhelming sense of sadness and doom over our family. Growing up, my parents prioritized my brother's needs over mine. Naturally, I became my brother's caregiver. I had to be an adult. I remember writing countless diary entries and lamenting how my brother was my mother's number one sweetheart. I wish that she would love me in the same way too. Mistakes were unforgivable to me because I did not want to add to my family's burden. I became my worst critic. Whenever I made a mistake, I would berate myself. It came to a point when I would even physically hurt myself. I could not eat or sleep properly, which led to gastric issues and insomnia. I was sick all the time and couldn't attend school, which was why I fell behind in my studies. It got so bad that I would throw up before each paper and would take 5 minutes to read one line during my exam. I didn't finish any of my papers for O-levels. But against all odds, I managed to enter JC, albeit with a chip on my shoulder. During one of the exams in JC, I had a panic attack again. I left the exam hall and called my dad. I spoke to him for a long time before I could finally pull myself together. It was then that I decided I had to do something. I sought help from the school counselor. My father, friends, and teachers regularly checked in with me. Slowly but surely, I gained better control of my emotions with healthy lifestyle habits and a good support system. I surrounded myself with positive people who helped steer me away from negative and dysfunctional thoughts. I was one of the top students in my school for A-levels, and I got into my dream course, psychology at NUS. Being a young adult in uni, I knew that it was a different ballgame here. I had to be my own advocate, my own cheerleader. I learned how to celebrate even for small milestones. I earned a scholarship, placed on the honor roll, and achieved an honors degree with distinction upon graduation. I thought to myself, I've made it. But in fact, that was just the start of my recovery journey. I had to pursue something more. I wanted to be a cheerleader for others, not just for myself. I started to use my lived experiences to support and empower other youths who are struggling. I've been peer leader for Circles of Resilience since 2020. I met many young people like me who have been through painful experiences too. By offering a listening ear to those in need and helping them, I've not only found fulfillment in life, but I'm also reminded that we are not alone. I believe that mental health warriors are not broken spirits. We have emerged stronger from our past selves. And just like how butterflies can't see their wings, the rest of the world can.